Hey, welcome back. This is part two of beginning solo in C major. And what I showed you right there at the beginning of this video is what we're going to learn today. And if you notice, it's similar to lesson one. I've just added a few more little techniques that I want to share with you today. And you might have noticed that the backing track, it might sound a little different to you. The reason is that the first one got deleted. But the one that is up there for download, I'm going to leave it up there. It's pretty much the same. I think the tempo is pretty close. It's the same rhythm, and I think it'll be fine. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a close-up here. I'm going to show you how I played this. Okay, so if you remember in the very first video, you know, where we were doing this stretch. Okay, I'm going to keep that same stretch on there, but when we did the third time through on lesson one, again, just in review, you know, I showed you this because that's what we were doing. Okay, that's a C chord. B on the 8, G on the 9, and D on the 10. That is a C chord. Okay, and so what I'm going to do, and this is just kind of a little warm up to get this. Take this shape right here, just move it down a fret. Okay, you want to maybe keep the same shape. Now I keep my fingers off, but you might want to just hold the chord shape. Okay, and just as you're sliding, okay, pick. Kind of at the same time when you start sliding, just pick. Okay, you don't want to go, or you don't want to go. You want to pick and slide pretty simultaneously, and then just pick the rest of the strings for the chord. Okay. Okay. There's the slide. Now we did this bend the same as we did before. Remember, we're bending to here. Okay. Now, I'm going to go here on the 10th fret on the G string. Back to the 8 on the B. So, from the stretch, now I'm going to skip the string here, the G string, and I'm going to go to the D string. Okay, so things that you might want to practice is the slide. Now you want to practice going from the B to the D string. So I'm going B8, D10. Okay, so we're skipping a string. That's another concept that in soloing, you'll do string skipping is one of those things that is really a good technique to really know and get under your fingers. Okay, so here's the first phrase. All right, now just as this is the C chord, okay, here is the F chord. So it's the E string, 8th fret, B string 10th fret, and G string 10th fret. Okay, and so we're utilizing the same shape. So I'm sliding in here to the G string 10th fret. Going down to the B string 10th fret. Okay, so, and then I'm bending this. Now, where we have to move up one more fret, partly because, you know, the tuning is different here between the G and the B. So that's why we don't do it this way. We have to do it here. Okay? And I grab this with my pinky. You can use your third finger if you like. I like using my pinky. I would encourage you to use that if you can. Okay? So slide in to the G10, go down to B on the 10, E on the 8th, and then stretch on the 10th E string. Back to the 8, 11, 8 on the E, and then skip the B string and hit the G on the 10th fret. Okay, so it's the same thing that we did up here. Doing the same thing down here. Okay, so there's the first two phrases. Now, when I did the turnaround, I just did the stretch, pull off, and then I hit the B string on the 12th fret and the G string on the 12th fret. Now remember, this G12, B12, E10, that's a G chord. Okay? So we're using the chord shape. And do the same thing down here for the F chords. And then hold the C and then the G note. Okay, that's our turnaround right there. Now I'm going to do a lot more turnarounds. They're going to probably be a lot more fun than this, but I just want you to get used to these techniques. We're going to slide in, okay, and we're going to do, on the second time through, forgot to tell you this, this is the call and response kind of technique. Okay, there's the call, here's the response. Okay, I slid in there. You don't necessarily need to, but anytime you can find a way to slide in or give some good vibrato, you should do that. It just adds a little finesse to it. Kind of hear that? It's almost like a conversation. Okay. Okay. All right, well, hopefully you learned some things here. Now, remember, I'm just doing the slide in, you know, and take a little time with your vibrato and really working on those chord shapes. That's really kind of the focus of this, is that you get this under your fingers where the chord shapes are, because all of those notes are going to sound really good. There's no wrong note with that. You know, when I first started playing, people showed me the pentatonic scale, you know, and so, you know, playing in something like this would be... And that sounds really cool, and it is. And we're going to do some pentatonic stuff as well. But I want you to really understand the chord shapes and start playing those chord shapes, because those are going to be things that are going to really add a lot of value to your soloing. All right. Hey, if you like what you see on here on Hess Guitar at YouTube, please subscribe if you would. And if you are beginning to play guitar, go to hessguitar.com. There's a free lesson on there. Videos that are not on YouTube are on my website, hessguitar.com. There's a link here in the description. Feel free, go there, peruse around, sign up for it. You'll get tips and tricks and all kinds of things, and keep you updated here on this channel as well. And you know, in 2018, when I made this video, I'm hoping to get 1,000 people to start playing the guitar. If you might be one of those 1,000 people, then I'll see you on the other side.